Hello and welcome to Spy Money. We are a little bit early this morning. I haven't been getting much sleep lately, so I wanted to get this, and I think I'm going to take me a nap. Been staying up too late. So we are looking at the ES, our futures, and what we are looking at is it raged pretty good last night and just kept on going. Actually, all day yesterday and all day or all night, and it started selling off. I had this channel drawn out, and this is on a 1 hour chart. I had this drawn out and thought it was going to keep on going. I was hoping it would break the 25.22, but as it turns out, it's dropped out of the channel. So where are we going from here? If we do the 1 hour, and we've got these fibs, and if we do, see, I've got the fibs drawn out. They're in purple. That's the 1 hour. And by looking at this, there's a chance we may come back down to, this range down in here. The weekly fib, we've got at a different, let's see here, right here's, okay, so here's the 1 hour, the collared ones. And by looking at it, it looks like we'll probably drop down to the 2361. If we drop down to the 2361, then we could possibly bounce back up, and that's what I'm hoping for. I'd like to see a good rally, another good, actually I'd like to see it the rest of the week. The only thing that kind of concerns me is we're starting to somewhat form a cup and handle where this has kind of come down. If this starts bouncing down here and consolidating over for the next few days, we could potentially create a cup and handle. This also could be, where this was a bear flag here and it dropped down, this could actually be a bear flag as well. So we might even drop out of here and just keep on coming down, back down to the 2152 area or 2174. 2152 was where I thought that we were probably going to be headed originally, and we end up taking off at 2174. We have some good news coming out daily, so there's a good chance that this is going to turn and just go ahead and go up. What's forming right now, if we go into a 5 minute, just so we can see closer today, this is coming down, consolidated a little bit, dropped again, now it's coming back. We don't really know for sure where we're going to go, but if you look right here, there's a good strong support right here. So you've got that one hitting, you've got these hitting, this come down and touch, and then we're touching there. So there's a good chance that we may bounce right here at the 2385. And I'm hoping that we will, and then we'll just go ahead and continue to go up. It seems like all the big moves are happening at nighttime now. And this one started the big drop at 5:25 this morning. I was watching it a little after 4 o'clock this morning. And I thought we were going to keep on going, but we end up hitting a double top. So we hit the 24.99 here, and we hit it right over here, and then it just sold off. So what we have to do is we have to break that 24.99 area. Once we get that broke, then our next step is going to be looking at this trend. Now, this yellow line is the ascending broadening wedge pattern that we have right here. So that's where we are. We're right at that spot. So are we going to come up and then bounce back down, or are we going to break through? If we break through, then I'm looking at a long range that we will hit. If we don't break through, then we could possibly just keep on consolidating through here, and we could actually keep going up through here and eventually go ahead and pop through. I'm hoping that it actually goes through and then continues the rage. That's what I'm hoping for. So we won't know. Really, today's going to be a telltale sign of where we are. This was, let's see here, from right here to here was a day and a half. So, there's a chance we might consolidate across here. If you look at, there's a channel right through here. So if we take this and come over, and then right here. So we've got this touch and we've got this touch. We've got a little, consolidation through here. So this may have just hit there. It may be coming all the way back down to the 2259 area. So we'll just have to wait and see where it goes. This market's really strange right now. We've got gold going up with ES, and it goes down with ES, and the bonds, nothing is correlated the way it normally is. Everything is just kind of running together. We don't really know where it's going. So there's our ES. Our gold is actually starting to drop off. I'm really happy about that. I'd like to see this thing just sell off all the way. I'm looking at the 1381 mark is where I'm thinking it's going to go. But even beyond that, it could easily drop down to the 1234 area. And if we go back to the 1 hour, so go back to a daily. We're actually looking originally, I think what it's going to do is eventually come back down to this a pennant down here. And if we go back to a weekly, if we go back into a weekly, we can see this big, huge pennant. So the one, let's see, go back to the 15. We can see that well, let me go far enough. We can see that where it went up, it touched here, it touched there, and it touched again. Anytime you have three, that's a bearish signal that it's going to be dropping down. So there's a bearish pattern there. So if it hit the third time, then what I'm thinking is we're probably going to go ahead and sell off, and that's what I'm hoping for. I've got puts on gold, but we've also got this possible cup, and then I drew this channel down and to see if it comes down to maybe touch here. If we come down to 1589 and then start going up, then we are probably in a cup and handle. There's a lot of cup and handles across the board with a lot of different stocks right now. And are they going to fulfill? We don't know. But this is, that's just a perfect cup right there. Someone in our Discord group said he wanted to be a pot. I've never seen a pot pattern, but he had a handle drawn over here and then a pot, and he just wanted it to empty out and dump the gold. So that was Jeepers. He's in our Discord group. And if you're not familiar with our Discord group, we have chat rooms in there. We do call outs. So anything that I trade, I call out. Anything that the other members call out, they also post in there. And we've actually worked good as a team, made a lot of money. So if you're looking to, not really a call out service, but it somewhat is, we just post our trades. We don't tell you what to buy or nothing. We just post what we're trading, and you can look at the chart and decide for yourself. We have a lot of good chatting in there to talk about different stocks, and we'll just kind of chat things back and forth until we figure out that this is a good one or not. Some people trade, some won't, but it's really good service. But there's a link down in the bottom. You can click on that and learn more about it. But this gold, I'm hoping will just continue to sell off. I don't want it to stay in this pattern. I'd like for it to just sell off as quick as it went up. Would be great, or actually faster. So gold, I am a little undecided right now. I'm in puts, so I'm bearish on it, but I was in puts down here before it took off. And it took off before I realized it even happened. And so I would think long term, I'm still probably bullish on it, but the way it's moved with the market, I'm just not real sure what it's going to do. And if we go to crude oil continues to complete this descending triangle. There's a good chance this may just keep on selling off. I really hope that it breaks and goes, but with the market, it was going up, and then when it started selling off, it came back down. So we needed to break this ascending or descending triangle so that crude oil prices can go back up. That's what we're looking for. So this one, right now, I'm bearish on until we can actually show a reversal on it. So I'm bearish at this moment. And we have the US dollar has been selling off. We're in a descending triangle. So hopefully, this may pop up today, but I'm hoping this will just start selling off. It's going to be better for inflation. It's going to, when this is going up, the market's going down. When this is going down, the market's going up, typically. But again, nothing's been running exactly the same. So the dollar is getting ready to drop off, I'm pretty sure. Probably, see, today's Wednesday, so probably Thursday, it'll probably actually sell off. It might do it today, though. And then we have the Dow Jones. It gapped up yesterday, but it's already selling off right now. So it gapped up more and probably went up to about this line. The Thinkorswim does not show after hours on Dow Jones for whatever reason. So, but I would say that we're probably going to open up about where we closed is where I would think. And then if we go back into the NG, NG is Kind of going back and forth. We had a good little rally right there. I'd like to see it keep on going. That would be nice. We were in this little channel right here kind of running, but it needs to come on back up to here. I'm still long on it, and the reason I'm long is because of this descending triangle. I think we're actually going to come up and hit this area. That's what I'm hoping for. This could easily turn and then make a cup and handle and come right back up. So it may be a little longer. It may actually come back over in this area before it does it, or even right here. So, but I think that long term, I'd say natural gas is probably going to be up. So we'll have to wait and see on it. And then we have VIX. VIX was, I didn't look this morning, but it was selling off. So it went up this morning because of where the market went up or went down. But where this is right now, it's in that channel. So hopefully this will just start going ahead and selling off. And if this sells off, then that market is going to rage today. So this is a good indication that the market is about to turn and then go right back up. So it's just fulfilling this channel is all it's doing. It's just channeling all the way down. So if this sells off, then more than likely we will probably sell off for a couple of days. So probably looking, I'd like to get out of all my, well, not all, but I'd like to get in out of the majority of my contracts by end of day tomorrow, because Friday it typically sells off. Sure as the world, I'll sell my calls and it will rage on Friday. Sure as the world. Then we have American Airlines. It actually took off. It sold off last night, and I don't know if it's sold off because of the market selling off, or if this sold off because they shut the airline down. They just stopped the planes. They're not going to be flying. So I'm really concerned if American Airlines actually continues to go up with that. Now, we are in a cup and handle, like I said before. Most everything is in a cup and handle. And let's see here, right along through here. This was a good spike, but you could actually go off of these, and then we hit right there. So, this could be the actual cup and handle. So there's your cup, pull back a little bit, and then take off. So if this is true, we're probably going to sell off the rest of the week, and then next week we'll probably go ahead and rage on it. That would be my guess. And then Apple, same thing. I mean, everything's got a potential cup and handle. Everything is going right to the very top where it was before, and then pull them back. And on Apple, I'm still long-term bullish on it. I don't think Apple's going to go anywhere. So I think it'll probably end up staying long-term. You can buy in this one, buy long-term calls September or later, and I think you'll be fine. Then we have AMD. AMD is, I'm staying bullish. This is forming that same cup and handle. It didn't come all the way up yet. Right here is where we're looking at getting the 51.14. So, maybe this will rally up today. If not, I don't think it'll pull back anymore. I think it's actually going to rage today. If it does that, then we can fulfill this, and then we'll probably have a pullback on Friday. And if we pull back, and then next week we'll probably end up taking off, and that would be your cup and handle. So there's your cup. Your handle will be here, back to probably about 46.93, and then it will take off. So it's looking like the way everything's forming, I think next week is when we're really going to see the market take off. On Amazon, very bullish on it. I stay bullish. It's actually dropped out of this pattern here, so I'm going to go ahead and take that out. It's no longer in existence. And this one here, I can take that out. Take this one out. We'll try to clean this up a little bit. So right now, we could see we're actually at the top right here of the, if that is a cup, which this is a little, this isn't quite like a normal cup you'd see, but you do have the handle right here. And then this right here could easily be where it takes off. So we'll just have to wait and see on this. I'm long-term bullish. I'd buy calls today. I'd buy calls every day. And even when the best time to buy is when it's actually dropping. When it's dropping, you'll get cheaper calls. When it's going up, you're going to pay more money. So again, I'm long-term on Amazon. Amazon is, with everything that they've been selling out on, you can't really buy anything there now. They did pull back on the warehouses to stop a lot of shipping because of the CV, but Amazon is really good. I think I'm up close to $5,000 on Amazon right now, and I don't know if I'll sell it tomorrow or today or not. It depends. I'm going to try to get out of a lot of things that I'm in, and wait for a little pullback and then jump back in. So we'll see. Then we have BA. BA, I don't think I'll pull out of BA at all. Amazon I probably won't. I don't know. But BA is looking really good. That is a perfect cap and handle. I say today we actually run up to 188. If we don't do it today, we will tomorrow. But I'd say today. And if you look at from right here to the close is 25%. So if we look from here up to there, that's 55%. So probably looking 2 more days before we can get there. So if we go from right there to there, that's 30%. And if we go from here, I bet it's today. I bet we rally this today to 188.53. The percentages actually work out, and we talked yesterday about this being a big old hook, and we were going to catch a big king on it. But I say we rally all the way to 188.53 today, and if we do, we will probably end up pulling back. So if we get up to there, I'm probably going to go ahead and sell my position in Boeing, and then wait on a little pullback, and then jump back in. So that would be some serious money if that jumps up to there. So I am long-term bullish on Boeing, and I think it's got a lot of room. If you go back to your daily, it could easily go back to 446. That's why I got in it. So down here is a perfect time to get in. And I'm probably nuts to sell these, but I've got some that are short-term. And when I say short-term, I think it's April 24th. I've got some calls in it, and I'm trying to sell all those off this week. So I want to keep myself over 21 days of expiration. At 21 days, your theta starts kicking in, and you start losing more money then. So I'm trying to get rid of everything I've got that is short-term, and I'm buying everything September or later to play the long game. So I plan on buying and just holding. So Boeing, I am definitely long on. Carnival Cruise Lines is staying in this channel. It will probably bounce right here at the 1482 and take off. Carnival, I've got a sell on those. I've got some April calls on it, so I've got those up for sale right now. And Clorox looks like it broke this channel just a little bit. Not a lot, but there's a chance this might go ahead and come up. It did hit the magical fib 618. It hit that, and then it started kind of reversing. So this may be a good time to get in as a long call, but I'm not saying that yet. I'd like to see some sort of a reversal on it. This could easily drop back down to where we were, and if we go back into a weekly, this could easily drop down in here. This was a channel that went across here. So we could easily drop back down into this. And if we go back into a daily, actually let's go to a 4 hour. See, we bounced off the top of that channel that we're in. But we could easily drop back down in that. And if we do, more than likely we're probably going to just keep on going with it. Go back into a daily. You can see right there. Here's the channel. We could easily drop back down in, but it actually bounced off, so it may go ahead and just bounce off this and take off. So Clorox is a little undecided for me right now. When the CV started off, I was very bullish on it, but right now I'm not real bullish on it. So good morning, Robert. How are you doing today? Congratulations on joining our Discord group. I think you'll find it very good. I know today's really going to be more of your first day, but I think you'll like it real well. Having questions or anything, just let me know. And hello, Carlos. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Another member in our Discord group. And if we go down to the CRM, I'm very bullish on CRM. This one is still forming that cap and handle. Everything is. So that's why I think that Friday typically sells off. So if we have this cap and handle, that's going to probably finish out today, and then we'll probably sell off on Friday. And when we sell off on Friday, then that will form that handle, and then on next week I think that's when we will actually run. So that's kind of, everything we look at's got that same pattern. So and Friday typically sells off, so all this lines up to sell off on Friday. So I would get out of my short-term positions today and tomorrow. Once you're profitable, just go ahead and get out, and then Tomorrow, I definitely will be out, because if not, then you're probably going to be bag holding a little bit. Over the weekend, your theta is going to hurt you real bad if you're under that 21-day mark. Disney, see, I can delete that. It seems like Mickey's always wanting to take Minnie out to dinner on Friday, and it seems like he needs to start taking her out on Wednesday, because that's when he's got the most money. So they probably ought to do a date night on Wednesday, and then Friday, maybe stay home and watch Netflix. So that's probably what they ought to do. This one's got that same cap and handle. It actually broke through and went on up. This is almost part of a cup, right, or a handle right here, but it didn't really kind of form it all the way. If this would have went up to right here, then I would have been more in line with that. But the way it did, it kind of broke pattern. So I'm not real sure about it, but as you can tell, it's got the same, all of them have the same pattern. Everything follows ES and goes that way. Good morning, Olivia. We can pull up NVIDIA. I think let me add it right here. And then, let's see, that one's Disney, and then we go to Live Nation. Live Nation is long-term bullish. Guys, this one, if you don't have calls in this, buy you some like January calls or something and just hold it. We're going back to this point. There's no doubt in my mind. When the market opens back up for, well, actually the economy opens back up for business, people are going to be going to the concerts and such, and this is where they buy all that, all the tickets and everything. So you can see that's already taken off. I jumped in down here, and I'm way up on my calls now, but it's not too late to get in. I mean, this is long term. Just buy you something far out, at least September. But you know, try September or longer on this, and just get in. Pick you up, whatever you can afford on it. I think at the time when I bought mine, they were $150 a contract or so for the ones I bought. So I mean, you're kind of limited on how many you're going to buy. But I mean, even if you just pick up a handful of them, those are going to turn into some pretty big money. Live Nation, LYV, that's a good one. And then if you go to Netflix, same pattern. I am long Netflix. I think I'm up. Yesterday I was up 200%. It was like $3,000 I was up, and then it sold off. I probably should have sold them right there and then jumped back in, but you know, I really didn't think it was going to drop there. I thought we were going to go ahead and go up to this 391 mark to finish that cap and handle. But we ended up selling off yesterday, so I was a little shocked on that one. I know one member in our group, Kevin, he ended up selling off right up here. He took his profit, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he even jumped back in. I'm not sure. But he took profit. I should have done the same when he did it. I almost did it, and I didn't. Then we have NVDA, NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, I've actually got calls on that as well, and it formed the same pattern that we keep talking about, the cup and handle. So there's a cup. It looks like we might go ahead and pull back today. It did pull back last night, and we're hitting the top of this trend. So if we look at the 5 minute just to get a closer view, we end up come back, bounced off that channel, and then come back up. So we may go ahead and be bullish on it today. So you might be able to watch this and be able to do a quick scalp if you like to scalp options. So that may be a good one for you, or you know, just get in it for long term. I think NVIDIA long is going to be good. We were at 317 not too long ago, so I think we're going to be able to go back there. And right now we're at 256. So long term segment, yes, bullish. Then we do Roku. Roku, same pattern. Probably going to pull back on it today. It may already pull back as far as it's going to go. This is following ES as well, but same pattern. Everything's got the same pattern, and you know, we may pull back to the 86.37. We may not. Looks like probably today we might consolidate a little bit, and if we do, do right there. See if we stay in this, because this would be like your cup, and this would be your handle. And then time it gets down, see, this will be Monday. No, this is Friday, so probably Monday will probably take off. So that's kind of my thought on everything we look at. They're all the same. Here it is again, same one, cup and handle. This is Space. Space is Rocket Man is what I call it, and I've got calls on it. They're not the best right now because I bought, I think, let's see here, Thursday, Friday. I think I bought them. I think I bought them right in here, and then they've come down so much. I didn't think we'd actually go that far down. I thought we were going to bounce about the 1442. So I bought them here, thinking we'd come down, hit that, and bounce up, because then your premiums go way up. So I went ahead and got in there, and it kept on going, and now we're coming back up. So it's just a matter of, where are we going to go? Like I said earlier, you want to make sure that you buy long-term contracts now, September or later. That way you've got plenty of time for any kind of a mishap with the market. SPY, same as ES. You've got a hard sell-off right here, and then it's not really more like a cup and handle, but it's more like a check mark almost. So a cup and handle is usually more round. But this one, SPY, looks like we actually touched right here, and there's a chance that we may come back down to here with the ES like we talked earlier. I'm hoping that we just continue to go up and not bounce off that. Guild. I'm not really a fan of Guild. I think it's a hype stock, but we'll put it on there. Just remind me let me get through these and then I'll come back to Guild. Guild is just hype. I never was a fan of it from the beginning. And then we have the same cup and handle here. You can see on tilt, that's the 10-year treasury bond, or 20-year treasury bond. And I already put in that it was going to be a cup and handle. It's actually trying to fulfill that. Let's see what it does today. I made, for you new guys, this little tip right down here, I made $11,000 on this one. That was last Wednesday. And I set my sell. You'll learn in the Discord group that, like here's the fib line. I always set my sell right above it, and I just so happened to set it right here because I missed it up here, and I wanted to make sure I got it here. So I set it, and right at the very bottom of that wick, I sold 30 contracts, 30 puts, and made 11,000. I think 265 or something like that, a little over $11,000 right there. Pure luck, no skill whatsoever with that. It was pure luck that I sold it there, but I missed it up here. Actually, right here is where I missed it before. On when it come down, let's see, where am I? I missed it on this fib right here, and I missed it by a nickel on the contract. And this one down here, I didn't want to miss it, so I put it up higher than it would be down here, and I nailed it. Probably the first and last time I'll ever nail one that close. But TLT, I'm just not real sure on. I'm not a treasury bond guy. This is the first time I ever did it. And I still need studying up on treasury bonds, how they work. Of course, right now, nothing is actually going the direction they normally do, where gold's still going up and ES is going up, and nothing's working. And we go to Tesla. Tesla ended up taking off last night. And yesterday, so it's going on up again, the same cup and handle pattern. It went up to 570.37 and started pulling back. I'd say that we'll probably go ahead and go up today, and we're probably looking, by looking at this, you're probably looking 608 or so is where I'd say that's going to go up. I do have a sell in place for it, so if it goes up and touches that, mine's going to sell. It's a shorter term option. I think this one's April 24th or April 17th as well. So I just want to get out of it, and once I get out, then I will get back in only longer term. I think that Tesla's long term. Elon is a pure genius. Twitter, I've got calls on Twitter. I'm long term on it. I think it's just going to go places. Twitter is one of the most used social media devices for the Hollywood stars and the president, and I just don't see Twitter ever really keep on selling off. They've got ad revenue going through the roof right now, so Twitter, I'm long bullish. Walmart, I started drawing this last night, and if we look at this one, we have a channel that it's running right now, and I wish I would have seen this before. I would have got my puts up here instead of calls, but I thought it was going to go ahead and go on up to, this one don't show it, I don't think. No, this one don't show it. I had one that showed as a 132.50, Fibonacci. I had it drawn on a 1 hour chart, and I thought it was going to go to 128 when I bought my calls, and it didn't quite make it, and I was in profit. Now we're down here, so now I'm in the negative on it, so I'm hoping we get a good strong bounce today. Usually when the market starts selling off, Walmart has been going up, and just the opposite. So when the market is going down or going up, Walmart starts selling off. This was going without news, and then when it got up here, the news media started talking about how great Walmart was doing, and it sold off. So pump and dump, who knows? Guild. Let's see, I've got that one charted out. I haven't looked at it forever, but this one, I've just never really been a fan of it. And the reason I haven't is because it acts like a penny stock. When they were talking about down here and it shot up, it just immediately sold off. And it's been running that way the whole time. I mean, it's really just kind of, it looks like a heartbeat going across, just consolidating so much. Right here is where that big old rally was, and everybody was talking about it, and I didn't get in it. You had two of them. You had one there, then it sold off, and then it went up, sold off. We are making higher lows, so if we can try to get some sort of a charting. See, that doesn't really work out. Let's see if we come back to here. That one kind of does. It dropped out a little bit here, but we've hit this one. We dropped out a little bit. We've stayed above it, though, so I would go along with that trend. And just because the candle goes through a trend doesn't mean it doesn't work. I mean, because anything can sell off pretty hard. But when you've got a lot of candles actually touching it at the same place, then I go along with that. So if we go to there, that's actually forming a channel. Now to look at it, so let's take this out, and then we'll do a channel. Somewhat of a channel there. We broke out a little bit there, but we come down almost touch there. This one is touching. You've got those. This one here is not touching there, but it's real close. I could actually move this down to where that one's touching too. And that one went up a little bit above it, but I would feel more comfortable with that channel. And these are actually hitting it pretty good, so if we get closer in, you can see these are coming down pretty close to it. This one did touch. We could actually move that a little bit more. There we go. So I would be comfortable with that. It looks like we actually bounced off of that, so we may be going long in that. We do have the 618. This is our magical fib. The 618, we actually hit it and bounced back down. So for me to be long calls on it, I'd have to be above the 74.81. And if we go across that, then I would be fine. Let's see, good news such as orphan drug tests. Yeah, the reason I don't think it helps is because it acts like a penny stock. If you know anything about penny stocks, they will take off. And for like, you'll get a 2, maybe a 3-day spike in it, and then it'll sell off. And this one, so you've got 1, 2, 3, and then it sold off. And if we come back, this one you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days there. And this one you got 1 day. I mean, it just acts like a penny stock. This one's 2 days here, so you know, I'm just never been a fan of it just because of the way it acts. You can probably play it, but penny stocks, you're going to get hurt eventually if you keep playing it long enough. So I'm just not a fan of it. And the way it's bouncing off of that 618, I mean, if it had the good news and everything, this thing should have just really taken off over the 618, and it's not. The 618 is our money, and if it can't break that one, then I'd say no, but yeah, this may take off today and just rally all the way up here. You never know. I mean, like I said, it acts like a penny stock. So that's my thing on it. I've never traded it. I have no intentions of trading it either. It's too risky for me. I like to trade things that I can get in and I can go on vacation and come back and have money. If I have to watch it like a penny stock, I just don't like to do it. I want something more long term plan, and that's how we mostly trade in our group. And that seems like what people. That's actually what's actually gravitating the people to our Spy Money group or Discord, is because when we get in something, we're in it for a good while. So that's me. See, I look forward to again April. Yeah. April 17th is close. If at all possible, if you can get out of those today, or actually this week, you'd be better. You don't want to go in at 21 days, theta kicks in, and that's when you start losing your premium. And if it's not going up, if it's just kind of consolidating, you're just going to lose every day. So if you, I don't know if it was you or someone else that had asked me in an inbox on the Discord about why I had so many of the working orders, and I was going over, I think it was you, and that is why all of those are April 17th calls, and I'm just trying to get out of them before the 21 days hit. If I have to lose just a little bit, I'll probably go ahead and sell it, but if I'm hoping I can at least break even or make a little bit on them. You're not going to make on every single trade that you do. Anybody that says they do is a liar. I lose about every week. I'll lose one or two that is bad, but I trade quite a bit of stuff, so it's a very small percentage. But sometimes, if I'm going to lose $50 on something and the theta's getting ready to kick in and it's not really moving, I will sometimes just go ahead and sell it and get rid of it. So, okay, I can't remember who it was. Someone was asking last night. So Guild, if you can get out of it, I would. And if I were you, I would probably just stay out of this one because of the way it moves. And you can look at this channel right here. It stays within this. We did hit that bottom, so it may go ahead and continue up. So it may work out in your favor. And I hope it does. I don't want to see anybody lose money. So that's my part on Guild. And does anybody have anything else before I close this out? I'm going to do ES and see where we are with that. ES, we're actually taking off. We actually bounced off of this support right here, and we double bottomed, so hopefully we'll go ahead and continue up. And what I'm looking for is I would like to see this continue up to here today. That's where I'd like to see that go. At least break this the bottom broadening wedge pattern. I'd like to see it break it and hold it. If it would at least get up here and consolidate a little bit, I'd feel a lot better. So ES looks like it's actually doing pretty good. We'll go back to like a 5 minute, see what it looks like. So it's trying to base over right now, but I'd say we rally today and tomorrow, and then like typical Friday we'll probably sell off. So I'm going to try to sell off some short-term things. I might even sell off some things that I've got long, depending on the profits and stuff. I'm not going to make near the money this week as I did last week, and that's just because I don't want to sell a lot of things. So hopefully, I'd like to make a half of what I made last week. Gold is killing me right now. If we look back at gold, gold should not have taken off like that. It's starting to sell off now. I need gold way down here. 1381 is where I'd like to see gold at least. I'm thinking it's probably going to be down in the 12, mid 12s is where I think it's going to go. I'd like to see a good hard sell off on that today. Actually, for at least all week, I'd like to at least get it down to the 1485 range. If it'd get down there, I'd be really happy. This just shot up in 2 days' time. Went up that far. That's just crazy. And then ES again, we'll close out on here. It's taken off, so I think we're going to be fine on the market today. It's probably just going to keep on going. So if that's all, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. If you are new on here, as far as a new subscriber or anything, we have a Discord channel. That Discord channel, we go over all the trades. We do call-outs, live streaming, education. We talk through the trades, and we try to make you a better trader, and all of us together. No one's better than the other. We all try to work together as a team and figure out what is the best trade for us to get in right now. That $12,000 or $11,000 TLT trade, that was not even my call. That was someone else. They said, why aren't we trading it? And I pulled it up on the chart, and I charted it out for everybody, put it on the option charts. And then another person, he's our moderator, John, he said, why aren't you following me on this trade? And I said, I don't know anything about a bond. He said, just buy it. So I bought it, and I made almost $13,000 total on TLT in a matter of a week time. So it was a really good trade for me. So I made money because of the group. I would have never traded that if it weren't for that group. So you may want to click on that link down below, get signed up. We have a Facebook group as well. You can go in there. We don't post any call outs in the Facebook group. The only thing we do is show you the money after we called it out in the Discord group. So if you're looking for a place to call home and be part of the family, then click on that link, join us. And if you like this video today, please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you for the market recap. Be tonight, somewhere between 5 and 6. Have a great day.